got a new baby.
84 years old and still working out. By 2050, the number of people in the EU over 65 will hit 103 million, 70% higher than it was at the millennium. More pensioners means more opportunities for healthcare providers as demand for replacement hips, knees, spinal discs and heart valves increases. The medical technology business, already expanding at double-digit rates, is set to boom.
This particular sector of products which are dealing with the ageing population, there's very strong projections for growth. For example, it's predicted that there will be a fivefold increase in the number of knee joint replacements that's put into elderly patients by the year 2030 compared with where we are now.
Nor are these replacements limited to the very elderly. Due to a combination of greater sporting wear and tear and our more sedentary lifestyle, the client base is actually getting younger as well as older. One such patient is Harvey Thompson.
When I spoke to the consultant surgeon when I had the x-ray, he said I really had no support in the hip area at all, so I had to have something done straight away. He said that had I been to him 12 months previous to that, he would have recommended a hip resurfacing. But he says some of the results that they've had recently and advances in the total hip replacement said that I could expect to get 25 to 30 years on a new hip replacement.
That's an improvement on older replacement hip joints that could be expected to last at most 12 years. But in this broadening and expanding market, even a 30-year lifespan may not be enough.
These interventions, whether they be knee joints, hip joints, biological regenerative scaffolds, are increasingly being put into younger and younger patients, so it's not unusual to put a knee joint into somebody who's 50 years old. So that patient may live for another 50 years, so we need new technologies to last that long, so that in itself is a new market opportunities.
And as the first generation of artificial joints start to wear out, research in new technology is picking up to ensure their replacements go the distance. England's biomechanical engineering department at Leeds University is a global leader in replacement body parts, specialising in living heart valves, knees and spinal disc replacement. But their biggest success story has been in developing a new super artificial hip.
Well, our laboratory simulations predict that this particular bearing combination, the ceramic on metal, will last up to 50 years, and that's in effect in an active patient up to 100 million steps, and that's 2 to 3 times longer than hip joints that have previously been available.
We'll just hook you up so that we can check how your oxygen is doing.
As such, the goalposts are subtly shifting, away from just prolonging life to improving quality of life. Historically, medical research has focused more on improving the longevity of life, but this project really steps it up a gear. It's about staying active no matter what your age, so that you can always keep up with the guy next door. Come on, Frank! Good news for pensioners who are willing to keep themselves active. 84-year-old Mary Thornton had a knee replacement last year, but is still as sprightly as ever.
Old age creeps up, and that is the time that people don't realise they still have to be active if they wish to carry on a little bit longer. It's no pain, no gain.
More people like Mary means less pressure on already overburdened national health systems. The stagnant economies of Europe also tend to have large ageing populations, so any overall saving is crucial in this time of cutbacks. But it's not just about being physically active and minimising demands on state-funded healthcare. A healthy and mobile elderly population can also stay economically active, which could prove vital to countries facing up to burgeoning pension deficits.
So the economic benefits of later retirement are obvious. I mean, people keep contributing to social security, Somehow the morbidities seem to be lower while you are actively working.
Mary is an example of somebody who's kept going, and she's now coming up to 85 and she's still working.
One word of warning though.
You all need new knees, dear, before you're finished.